Hello and welcome, kids. It's Nodfast, episode 006.
Sace.
Yes, here we are. It is the 22nd of November, 2005. It's the Xbox launch day, and we're not going to fucking talk about Xbox. We're not going to do it, because there's no reason for the Xbox 360 talking. There's a lot of talking about it. People, it's media frenzy. We're not talking about bullshit blue. My name is Matt, and then we have Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul.
And Josh.
Hey.
And then on the Skype-a-phone...
Bring it.
From California.
From California,
Mr. Nathan
us.
Baker.
Hola.
And I think, Nate, we're going to open with your story, which I thought was an interesting story today.
Definitely.
So give us a little bit about the background of the story and what.
Yeah, I thought this was a fascinating story, just in terms of its kind of microcosmic type feel. I mean, here, the gist of the story is in this one southern province of Russia, they have they're beginning to basically have racism against Muslims there, and these people are ethnic Russians. They're not, for instance,
they're not immigrants.
Immigrants, you know.
Right,
So
right.
it's not a case
Not
of
that
racism.
that would justify it, obviously, but
No, but typically, you know, when you hear these stories, that's a lot of the underlying aggression. So it's simply, in this case, really a kind of religious persecution. I was unaware that they in Russia have state-sanctioned mosques where if you worship outside of those, you're basically profiled and harassed. There's a quote from an individual that had been arrested several times in 1 week for his religious practices, and he was not a violent man, but he was quoted as saying, "They will pressure me enough, and I will blow somebody's head off."
Which, you know, it's like it starts.
people can only put up with so much shit.
Right, and obviously this guy's had some excessive treatment or harassment, obviously, from the police. But I mean, it begs the question. I mean, how is this different from France? How is this different
and it's
from?
certainly the type of government and cultural behavior that actually creates the thing you think you're opposed to.
Right. Well, we don't do a whole lot better in some instances. I mean, we've done a lot to piss off a lot of a lot of Muslims in this country as well. I mean, we've got.
But even in this country, we didn't do that to.
Yeah, I mean,
to
no,
Muslims after 9/11. That just didn't happen to that extent. I mean, yes,
well,
there were people that were,
but
as a function of the government,
it's a group of
rather than it being as a
it's a group of 8 guys from Evansville that were rounded up by the FBI and detained in Chicago for weeks.
I didn't say it didn't happen.
Yeah,
or isn't currently happening. I'm just saying. I don't know.
They ended up suing them because they had nothing on them. There's nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I think it also has to do with the fact that Russia blows stuff up first and then asks questions later.
Right, like the hostage situation. And was that actually in Chechnya or was that in Russia?
That was in Russia. It was in the southern part of Russia.
But that brings back to part of what the issue here is too, is the fact that they're so focused on Chechnya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they thought in retrospect so much more about it being an extreme Muslim Islamic warring men, blah, and that's not. I know that wasn't really what it was specifically.
Well, that's certainly the real kind of culturally biased view. You know, now that we are living in a jihad, you know, we think of Muslims again as the Moorish invaders with these, you know, scythe wielding, you know, barbarians or something.
Right.
And, you know, I thought this article was interesting because it really did talk about, first and foremost, these people at this mosque where, you know, they're saying, look, this is not the kind of Islam we practice.
Right. I mean, it's very interesting to me, especially for the year and a half that I lived in Chicago. The nearest FedEx drop point for me was on a few streets.
Little
north.
Mecca.
It was basically Little Pakistan.
Little Pakistan, okay.
And the place that I went to, I mean, it was the place I almost choked on the incense that was burning in the place. And it was all like 80s computer stuff, but the nicest guy, and it was pretty amazing to be a minority in that situation, basically, still in the United States, still, I mean, a block and a half, or not a block, a mile and a half from where I lived. And once you get that sort of perspective, it changes. It's like, well, yeah, Islam's like
the first time I got exposed to a practicing Muslim guy who would like bathe and do his cleansing and then go and pray every like his periods of the day was when I worked for EDS up near Chicago. He was a really great guy, and he was actually from Pakistan. And just to talk to, I don't know why, it's not that he shouldn't be a really great guy. That was the implication of that last sentence I made somehow.
Right.
I realized as I said it. But
aside from his Pakistaniness, he was a really great guy.
Yeah, that's not what I'm saying that's not what I meant. Yeah. But he actually got shit at work because he was like, I need to go pray, and they're like, what? You're like, no, dude, the guy needs to go pray. Like, what do you think you're doing? You want to get sued? I will witness. I told him, I was like, dude, I'll if you want to go to court, I'll be there.
I will totally back you up. I will totally back you up.
They can't do this crap to you, just so you know.
Yeah.
They can't legally do this shit to you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that because I'm really, really nice guy, and I'm not about suing people at work.
Yeah, I'm not about objecting a whole bunch. I mean, I would be so intimidated by anybody that gave me shit about anything like that if I were in another country, probably.
Yeah.
Paul, you brought up France, and that's I think that's a case too where, maybe it's an opposite case, really, but I think it's an interesting topic.
It's a different case.
Yeah, it really is a different case, but it's also the same sort of like attempt being made that is just, or that whatever you're trying to do to address the problem is only, and usually irritating the problem.
Right, like we ban like headdress. It's like you can't wear your traditional clothing in the school system.
Yeah, that helps.
So what that results in is people who are really devoutly religious pulling their children out of the public school system and either schooling them at home or putting them in probably a religious school.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And is that going to make them? I mean, France had that whole concept. We talked about this in one of the other shows about just how they have this identity, the French identity, and there's like a bureau of like French identity, purity, and
culture.
Yeah, that they're like, you can't do this because that's not French, and it's just really weird. We come from the civil liberties aspect where it boggles our mind. Like, I'm not religious. Not many of the people I know are really devoutly religious, but the point being that they don't have to be, if they want to have a religion, pick the approved government religion or have fear of being searched. Like,
well, just to have such government control over it and to try to lock it down and everything else. I mean, it's just such an insult. You can't do that with anything. And obviously, it's a very backwards approach to it, and just as much as France's approach is extremely backwards in a lot of ways.
Yeah, it's just weird to think about.
So yeah, it is very, very interesting to think about, because it seems like to be a Muslim in any of those places, the squeeze is definitely on, and it just wouldn't be very comfortable at all.
Well, but the point being is that in the article, I think it even said up till 14 years ago, it wasn't even legal to have any religion, really.
Well, yeah. So,
so this is a big deal. These guys are allowed to practice religion. They think it's amazing even now, even though they get searched and shit. They're like, this is so cool because we couldn't even practice before. At least we can go to the church, the Soviet, the official Russian church, and that's just weird to think about that.
Right.
They're like, you don't get, it's like you don't get a free economy, you get it phased in, and you don't get a religion, you get that phased in too.
Some growing pains going on with that phase, I think.
Yeah, like the Russian Orthodox Church survived all of that. Like,
yeah, that's
all of that being illegal.
That's some hardcore stuff.
Germany got a new chancellor today,
Woman.
and it just kind of speaking of the kind of emerging freedoms. I thought it was interesting to read about this. What's her name? I mean, it's a woman, first of all, which is
right,
which is a huge deal. And the other interesting part to me was that she kind of came of age. She wasn't in politics, and she got into politics right after the Germanys were reunited.
Which is a completely different time.
Absolutely. You know, you had Schroeder and his generation came of age in the 60s with that kind of unrest. And so now you really have this new sort of approach, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
Yeah. But speaking of civil liberties, somebody said that a minute ago. Paul's story
we'll get to
fascinated
that
me.
here in just a second. Actually, I was going to... So speaking of women presidents, female presidents, the new president of Liberia also is a woman. She's won an election against a young kind of soccer star, or he was a retired soccer star.
Football.
Yeah. Football star, yes, who was extremely popular among sort of the rebels. The
like
fighter,
Pele?
No, the fighters. So she's hoping to reach out to these folks and bring some unity to that country that's had a lot of war.
So the U.S. Army accidentally kills civilians.
Whoops.
You don't say.
It wasn't purposeful this time?
I don't think they've ever done that before.
Yeah, they accidentally killed civilians. That's the headline. Accidentally.
Darn.
Collateral damage.
In
Well,
Bakuba.
this wasn't collateral damage so much as just blowing up a family in their van driving
Yeah,
on the road.
so, yeah, pretty much a van came. They said they tried to stop them or whatever, and they just opened fire. And there are reports that I've heard as many as 5. On the news, it's between like 2 and 5 people were killed in the one van. One of which was a kid who, like, may have had his head blown off.
His hand blown off.
Hand?
Yeah, one
Yeah,
kid
well,
had his hand blown off, and then someone may have had their head blown off. That's what I got out of that article.
So maybe one.
And then they showed photos, somebody showed photos of a kid that looked like his hand had been blown off too, and it totally matched the guy's story of them shooting in and blowing the little kid's hand off. With
Yeah, but
bullets.
that could be like any day where a kid has their fucking hand blown off.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, it's not a holiday or anything.
That's just not good.
Hand blowy off day or
But
anything.
the one thing I wanted to point out is this stupid slimy shit that they always do every time they say that there's a civilian collateral damage, blah blah blah. This is what happens in war. They say, hang on, let me find it. But these tragedies only happen because Zarqawi and his thugs are out there driving around with car bombs.
That's why.
I was just about to bring up that quote. I mean, the indignation is just sickening.
Yeah.
You know, behind what he's saying there, it's like, okay, well, somebody in Iraq, you could turn around and say, well, if you guys weren't fucking driving around our country thuggishly and, you know...
Yeah, if you weren't driving
we'd have
around
this
in
problem.
fucking armored
you
vehicles
goddamn
shooting
kids,
people.
This is not Grand Theft Auto City.
Right.
Grand Theft Auto, Baghdad City.
And that's really the whole...
Solder City. That's what it would be.
That's like the extent of this whole war. It's like, hey, your ideology of, like, violence to get what you want isn't going to work because we're going to show you with our ideology of violence. that it doesn't work.
Our violence is better.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's more refined.
I love our way of drafting a constitution. It's just so peaceful, and everyone just gets along and so harmoniously.
Right. Oh, didn't they meet in the Iraqi leaders meet in Egypt today? Starting.
Yes, all of them said they want us out. All of the factions of the Iraqi government said that they needed to draw up a timeline.
They said, when's it going to happen? It's like, okay, suddenly Bush is getting asked for a timeline from all sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Rumsfeld's going, it would be cataclysmic to do that. Well,
right.
I think it's been a little cataclysmic as it is.
So far, it's done really well.
Did you see? Actually, I think really quick. Maybe I can pick this up in my segment as well. There's a great quote from Murtha about how the White House said that there would be weapons of mass destruction and that the oil revenues could repay for the rebuilding, and that Al Qaeda was tied to Iraq, and they were wrong in all of those. What makes you think that they're right about Iraq collapsing if we leave? And which I think he raises a very good point.
It's already collapsed. I mean, it's held together by threads as it is.
There's a civil war already going on, and the undercurrents. It's already happening between the Shiites and the Sunnis.
Should go on. I mean, that's like
they're going to have to fight it out.
Yeah, they just have to sort their shit out. It's like they can't sort their shit out if we're there causing more shit for them to sort out. It's counterproductive, I think, is the word.
Exactly.
This comes down to, what was it, the Marshall Plan, or is it the Truman Doctrine or whatever, that we said we'd be the policemen of the world?
Right.
You guys
The
remember
Marshall Plan is when we rebuilt Europe after World War II.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, that whole doctrine of, now it's our, I guess it started when communism was such a threat or whatever, that we now have to seek out bullshit wherever it rises up and squelch it.
We're the super bullshit police, exactly.
Right, we're the cops of the world.
It's selective bullshit. It's only bullshit.
And we learned our justice from 70s action movies.
We wanted only bullshit that could serve political interests.
That's true. That's very true.
Bullshit and the American way of turning things that are not cool into things people would love to eat.
Turning things that are beautiful and lovely, and putting a Walgreens on every corner.
And a Walmart on top of the Walgreens.
And Sam Walton's dead carcass on top of that.
And a gigantic robot roaming the country, giving people deals.
You may recall during the 2004 campaign, all of Bush's events, town hall meetings, things like that, all the people that went in were somewhat screened a bit. Well, there's a woman now from Denver who was turned away from an event simply for having a bumper sticker.
It was a couple people, wasn't it?
Her son, a woman, her son, and one other woman. They were all turned away simply for the bumper sticker that they had on their car.
They said, what, no more blood for oil?
No more blood for oil. They weren't dressed, any differently than anyone else. They weren't planning on doing any sort of protesting or disrupting the event. And it was a town hall. It was anyway, there's a pretty extensive interview linked from the site that's a pretty interesting read, considering that they were under the impression that they were being spoken to and threatened to arrest by what they were led under the impression was a Secret Service agent, which it turns out not to be the case.
It was Rove shape-shifting.
No,
He can change shape, man.
he's a doppelganger.
He's in the new Harry Potter movie.
I
He's the villain. He's like Voldemort or some shit, I think.
I believe it comes down
That's Ralph Fiennes.
to being a local
Whatever, man.
a local Republican staffer. And the Secret Service now says they know who it was, and the White House, I think, even knows who it was. But they're sort of sitting on this information. And so these people and the ACLU are kind of teaming up and suing to basically find out why they were ejected from this event, which I think is a great move. I think.
But what's the recourse?
What's the recourse?
It's criminal because the impersonation of being a Secret Service agent.
I think it's
a
discrimination.
But who do you go after, and what do you get?
If it can be proved that they knew of this and it was complicit.
Who's they though? Is the question.
The Secret Service or Bush and his people and
go ahead.
I mean, their party line is it was an overzealous member of the host committee,
right?
Which is obviously doublespeak for. We hired that guy, but we're not going to tell you who he was. Or
Okay, the defendants are White House staffers Michael Casper, J. Bob Klinkerman, accused of detaining Weiss and Young and ejecting them from the event at the wings over the Rockies Air and Space Museum. 5 other unidentified White House staffers are also named as defendant. ACO lawyers said they hope to find their identity during the discovery process. So it's basically, yes, for detaining and ejecting the clients here on
a civil liberties thing.
On a civil liberties, yes. The
case?
ACLU is taking it as a civil.
Well, no, but it's like
case.
a civil case too, though, not a criminal case. Either.
No, not a criminal case. Of course not. No.
Okay, like a federal civil rights.
Right. Exactly.
Okay.
It's a civil rights violation. Okay. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, I'm really glad that they're taking that up. I mean, this is
most people hate the ACLU anymore, man. Maybe they like them again.
But the whole point is they're sanitizing and they're basically avoiding the right of anybody that pays taxes to go and listen to the president speak.
Well, they actually had a topic they were supposed to cover, wasn't it? Like they had in the town hall thing that they were.
It was one of his Social Security events.
Right.
So, I mean,
they didn't do anything. It's not like they went in and yelled, "Bush, fuck you in the face."
They didn't even get into the event. The event didn't even start.
That's what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, that's exactly the point. It's pretty crazy.
It means that there are people in their damn parking lot watching people's cars.
Yeah. And
most people don't take their bumper sticker off their car and put them on themselves and then walk into things.
It was coordinated.
Yeah, exactly.
They just got attacked by a robot.
This story is interesting to me because it's an attack on democracy. Democracy presupposes that there are dissenting voices and that people are interested in talking about different ideas.
Right.
That's the very basis of democracy.
Any of the recent presidential elections, the debates have been like pussy debates, man. It's like debate something, like actually argue with each other or something.
I think here, it brings to mind a couple of things. One is I think recently we were talking about the protests in Argentina and how awesome that is to see when Bush goes to another country that obviously is not going to ban protests against him.
Yeah, I don't know if I totally agree with awesome.
Well, in the beginning, I'm sorry, before they turned violent, it was great to see a lot of protests, a lot of outspoken protests against Bush until they turned violent. It got unfortunate. I'm not. Yes, I as we said in the original cast. It's great, but it's great to see protest against Bush. Was the point after seeing it muzzled in our own country, which is supposed to be, a place of First Amendment rights,
a model for all the places we're colonizing.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
You get McDonald's, but you can do whatever you want.
And also, recently in this whole debate about the Iraq pullout, it's interesting to hear Bush and Cheney both now saying that debate about Iraq is good, and it sounds like really
Debate about Iraq is good
Uh,
as long as you keep it at your house.
they basically
Fuck you guys.
they basically simultaneously defended the right for people to debate because they didn't want to attack Mirth anymore because they realized they were screwing up by doing that.
It's patriotic as heck.
Right, exactly.
But
so
then
now,
the next sentence is like, but fuck that guy.
right, exactly.
Oh, cut that dude up. So I guess we're gonna have a little tech heavy on the end of the show right now. I got a little.
That's how
bit
we
of
always
a-
do it.
I know. I got a little kick today, and it's because I'm a sucker. I'm a big sucker. That I heard there was a big announcement from BitTorrent, the actual company entity that Bram Cohen, the guy that invented the technology and protocols and such, runs. And basically, I thought they were going to announce some sort of distribution with the Motion Picture Association of America because I guess they've been meeting with them. And all they did was they basically just said, okay, we won't list the illegal movies in our index. In their index, nobody uses their fucking index. If I'm looking for movies or TV shows,
Yeah, I'm going to go to the Motion Picture Association.
well, no, it's not there, but it's like, yeah, I want it sanctioned by them. You're like, okay, well, then I won't go there then, huh?
Right.
So it's like such a non-event. It was just, I don't know. It's because they're trying to play as big boy company. They have to play well now.
Right.
But
I mean,
he's
I think-
always been. He actually said he would say using BitTorrent is to transfer illegal files is stupid because it's not
Yeah.
encrypted or anything, and they know they know your IP. They can track you down.
It's,
Right.
it's
He didn't make
not
it so
the
you
most
couldn't.
secure way of doing things at all.
Right. It's a great way to distribute a really big file quickly. That's what it's built for.
Yeah.
I think that guy's super cool. I mean, not only is he 30 years old and he's like filthy rich, from this really cool thing he invented, he's got Asperger's syndrome,
Right.
which
Oh, wow,
which
I
I,
didn't
thought
know that.
was fascinating. That's a very mild form of autism.
I read a whole interview with him like a couple months ago about that, which is really weird because he just thought a little bit differently about distribution. It totally changed the way distribution happens.
Yeah.
So for the non-techie Matt, could you give us a thumbnail of what BitTorrent does in terms
What
of
it
its
does is the whole
peer-to-peer?
idea was it was built primary use early on, and still the primary use is probably not the primary use as far as bandwidth is right now, but is to share ISOs like whole CD images of operating systems was the big thing. So if I am Red Hat and I release a CD, release the OS one day, I get so many hits on my site that people are trying to grab this 600 megabyte file that I need a better way to distribute that. So what BitTorrent does is actually breaks it into different pieces, and as you're downloading, you're also
break it
uploading all the
down.
pieces that you have, or you can upload the pieces you have, and it doesn't have to happen in a particular order either. So the more popular the file is, the faster it's downloaded in that model.
For example, before Google Earth came out, there was the NASA Whirlwind piece of software that basically was the same kind of thing, and I got that off of BitTorrent. So, I mean,
But it's just a protocol, though. It's
it's
not
like
even
a 70 or 170 megabyte installer. So, I mean, it is a great way to distribute that.
right, because it doesn't cost you the bandwidth money.
Right.
So I checked out this thing, and it is called a Buddha machine. It has something to do with. Looks like it was made by this band, this noise ambient duo. Sorry, this Beijing noise ambient duo.
Nice.
FM3, which is cool on a couple of different levels because for a while I've been saying there has got to be some sort of crazy pent up Chinese like art renaissance on the horizon
Most
because
definitely.
they're so repressed. Like
Right.
there has to be just like 6 trillion bands about to drop out of China because
like-
they have so many people and they're starting to get money. They can like buy like Stratocasters and power books and shit now. And
It's like when Moscow Rock exploded. You remember
Right,
that? I
right,
mean, it was
yeah.
just
Can you-
huge.
Can you put any audio on this thing?
no, it just plays these. That's the thing. It's almost like it almost seems like it's tied in with religion, sort of like.
It's just like a little meditating player.
What is this an interview? Is this how it looks like it's an interview, but it doesn't,
Yeah,
but
it's
it doesn't
them
look like it's an interview.
It's it's the people interviewing one of the dudes or something. But what it is, it sounds like it just plays these little bleeps and bloops.
Yeah.
And
Well, did they? You said they were on the website.
only the ones on the website sound way better than they sound on this machine because it's reduced down to like
8-bit.
lowest phi loops. Find bliss, transgression, freedom, and sophisticated novelty.
Can you
So wait a
download
minute.
them in that format?
I don't know.
So wait a minute. It actually sounds better on the website than it does on the actual thing that you buy.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, that seems backwards of every other thing I've ever seen.
Well, they're saying like
They just have WAV files on the website. The device is 8-bit.
I think they're.
It's on a chip.
I think they're saying, "Oh man, I totally need to do a remix of the shit that's on their website." I bet.
Right, man.
Yeah. What I want to hear it now.
But it says
I think we should download it
site
and
right there.
insert it.
Or
And,
purchase.
yes.
FM3. But
Link
the thing
straight
is,
to
the little box that plays this band's music costs $20 or something.
But you always have it. You can carry it around with you everywhere.
kind of like buying their album.
Wouldn't it really suck though if every band did that?
Their album's not an
You had
album.
your own little proprietary
box that you buy.
Yeah, but that's what they talk about. How it's not how albums are limiting because you have to listen to them in a certain way. But on this thing, you can just be like, I just want this thing to make this weird noise and kind of clunk around for a second this way for a while, and then I wanted to do this.
I'm very intrigued to hear FM3's music, but you looking at this site, I'm also very intrigued to see these ads by Google over here on the right. I'd love to hear the Children of Acid, which is the
What?
the PragaCon fan site and online community. I mean,
Man, I think this is what actually I really do think the Zenbox is very cool. I think it's a pretty.
I want one that makes sounds from old Simpsons episodes.
Or the boot. I think it's definitely thinking outside the box, so to speak. Not to be punny with it, but
Because it's a box.
yeah, I know.
There is no box. There's only one.
Yeah,
There's only
So-
oneness.
There's only one speakerness.
I'm gonna put out environments. They come in little boxes
Of
that you
it
plug
there
into
is
the
the
wall
Buddha.
for a while. All 4-bit.
Buddha bless.
Okay. I've been lusting for a new mixer for this sort of other thing that I do as far as DJing goes. And Rain, when it comes down to it, is just sort of the end all be all of mixers. I mean, just the finest engineering and everything else. And
Rain?
Yes.
Like the stuff that falls from the sky.
No, this is spelled RANE.
So they don't know how to spell rain.
No.
Like a reign of terror of bad spelling.
We'll link to the site. So anyway, they have a 3-channel DJ mixer called the Empath that I'm very excited about, and hopefully will be coming into the possession of very soon, and will be able to play live shows without suddenly getting very nasty shorts and loud hums
What
every
does your
time
pants have to do with it?
use my fader. I had an old Newmark mixer. No diss against Newmark, I guess, but God, their stuff just doesn't last for the long haul. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's a diss.
Well,
What's
I guess
cool about this one? I mean, is it?
Rain is the best hardware, the best everything.
It knows your name.
Well, let's put it this way: you can go to their website and check out the
Print it out.
Well, there's a
and make one out of cardboard. They have the photos. You should do it. And you could pretend that this one's it. You could put it over your other mixer.
It's the TTM56.
Why is all that shit? This
Mixer.
is P4.
If you scroll down, first of all, they're doing the fader test with the sewing machine, which is
I don't do that.
13 million
Ever.
strokes. And then they've got little movies here. If the bottom one, if you want to check it out, there's one called Cola Test, and they're actually showing the fader work while they're pouring soda on it in a cup.
Why would that's not a good idea.
It's basically showing how dope the hardware is.
It's drunk
first of all.
asshole proof.
Oh, yeah, and but the point being that it's a magnetic fader, so it's extremely precise without having any problems of wear or any contact
what about
problems.
if you move it around? If it's a physical magnet, the more you move a physical magnet around, eventually it loses its ability to be a magnet. It loses its alignment.
There's
They probably figured that out.
yeah,
I mean, I guess they figured out with tapes, but those are electromagnets.
13 million strokes is a lot of strokes on a fader. Let's put it that way.
You like to stroke it, Paul.
There are very few that can rate something that highly. So anyway, it's going to be an interesting little new
They look pretty.
part of the thing. Yeah, they do.
What color are you getting?
I'm getting the black one. The black on black.
You actually picked the color.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's
That one's got gray on black. They said
it's
black
sort
on
of
black.
gray on black. Yeah, they call it black on black here. But yeah, it's gray on black. Penny with the Penny and Giles fader. So
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means. It means that Penny and Giles faders are basically also the same kind of thing, magnetic based, very high quality faders. So, but good on the wear. Good on not shorting out and causing
That's what you
nasty
need.
hums.
Yeah, and I need some good new headphones that don't smash my glasses.
Yeah, and a fader that actually works.
Well, we have an update on one of the stories that we talked about a little bit in one of the previous shows about just there are now pictures of the $100 laptop. And put
Oh,
that
yeah,
in quotes.
that's right.
Looks kind of cool.
It
But the
sure
problem
does.
is, if you read the article, it says about how we're looking for engineers now,
Yeah.
and you're like,
It's like,
what?
So
So we haven't designed anything yet.
We're
well,
just-
it's like who
So
put
what
this
the
one
fuck
together?
Is this?
Yeah.
yeah, it's
The concept is that it runs off of D. Was it C or
C
D
batteries.
batteries?
C batteries.
That you could that has a hand crank that you could recharge a certain number of times, and then you could take them out, and that's really cool.
yeah, it really is.
Laptop batteries suck.
They sure do. Yeah, it's really
If they
smart.
use
of you.
rechargeable damn C batteries. I mean, it'd be bulky, but
Yeah,
that's the horrible worst thing about a laptop is the damn battery going bad.
Absolutely. It costs like a quarter of the price of the laptop for.
Yeah, it's
to replace
$100
damn
for
battery.
the smallest battery for my laptop right now,
Wow.
and $300 for the double capacity, or triple, or whatever the hell they say it is. But
6 million hours.
6
So how powerful are these things? Well, I mean, what's their CPU? You know, what are they? What's their processor? And
What?
And these $100 laptops. I mean, what's?
that's not something you could run anything on. It's like going to be some minimal like Linux job. They haven't even built the damn thing yet. That's the point. They get you all hyped about how. I mean, it's a great idea, and I think there's going to be like a trust that just eats it.
It's almost hyping the concept because
They want to get donations for
They
it.
want to. They want to build. Yeah, they want to build up a donation base because when you think about it, by the time you really get the ball rolling with that, there will be really good, affordable technology that you'll be able to do this stuff with, and they're finding loopholes and little workarounds and things like that right now. But eventually, that stuff is going to be that cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting what that'll do to cultures.
It really is. It really is.
And I
So
want
this-
one.
If you have $100, you can have one.
Well, they won't let you have one. You have to.
Wait.
There are countries are buying them.
Yeah.
I know when they make them, though.
Yeah, that's true.
I bet you
You
could
can
get
find
one
them.
if you have eBay.
Yeah. I bet
Yeah.
you- good.
It's like buying it's like buying like relief rice.
Yeah. They sell that shit on the black
Government
market.
cheese.
That's right.
That story reminded me of I don't know where I saw it. It was probably in this local news, some stupid local news show about the Americans' tech waste that like apparently we're dumping all these.
We send it to China sometimes.
CPUs and things. Yeah, we just like throw them.
Lead in it.
Was it like landfills full of
Yeah,
like
probably in
chips?
Liberia.
Oh, it's all over the world.
Landfulls of like microchips and things like that.
Yeah, California has a
Boards.
disposal fee when you buy something.
Yeah.
Oh
Is
yeah,
it-
I know it
Did
well.
you say it's in Liberia, Matt?
I didn't say
$8.
Wow.
$8 for a 15-inch monitor and over.
Interesting.
$6 for
So
15 and
is there a
under.
government place you can take it that you've already paid for when you go? I mean, when you're done with
There-
it?
Oh, there are tons of places that'll recycle your stuff out
For
here.
free? If I have
Yeah.
a monitor, I could take it someplace for free.
Totally.
That's great.
Interesting. That's actually
Cell
really
phones.
nice.
I've sent plenty of cell phones to various places around here that'll redistribute them to, whoever, poor
Yeah.
people or funds of
Punk
people.
punk kids.
Yeah.
Hey, take this cell phone. Prank call people. It's yours.
Hey, do you like the kid in front of Nate at the Harry Potter movie the other day? Why don't you stay on your cell phone the entire movie?
Really? There was a kid on his...
Yeah.
On.
Was he talking to somebody? Like, oh, shit, Harry Potter busted it up.
It's like, no, it's these two girls, like, you just need to get slapped or something.
How old were they?
I mean, it's 14 or something.
Yeah, that's not cool.
Shouldn't have cell phones when you're 14.
No, you shouldn't.
No, you shouldn't.
I wasn't even making,
Because you're like, I'm on my fucking cell phone, blah, blah, blah.
Hey, I'll tell you, the worst experience I had on writing the L were the people that were doing the Nextel, like where you could hear both sides of the conversation.
Walkie-talkie bullshit?
Yeah,
It's like, I don't want to hear your walkie-talkie conversation.
I really don't want to hear everything either. That's
Hey,
it's like
can you get me some eggs?
I just ended
What
up
kind of eggs you want?
You say eggs,
I don't know
man.
what kind of eggs you want.
well, in this case, it was an argument, and it was
Argument?
yes.
Can't you talk into
Yes.
those like a normal human phone?
Yeah, it was an argument, and everyone I just started staring at him. I couldn't.
Can you just say, hey, dude, fucking get off your phone, asshole, or get off the L?
Right, right, and yeah, it
Like,
was.
come
it was
on,
pretty,
yo.
pretty interesting. So,
I'd rather talk to the drunk guy who wants some money.
well, considering the subject matter we've ended up on, I think maybe we should try to wrap this one up here.
What do we got? Is there anything else?
No, I think maybe we should. I think we're.
Yeah, anything else to just wrap up and end on.
Yeah, I think we maybe ought to kick into a little bit of the ending bit here.
The rapidy.
That's
All
right.
well,
So thanks for joining us.
It's podcast.
We'll be
number
back next
6,
week
Nodfast.
with last week's
number
news.
6, Nodfast.
Number 6 is in the can. Thanks for joining us, Nate. We really enjoyed it.
Baker.
All right.
San Francisco Styling.
All right.
No, it was